Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Shilpa Joshi. Let's start with rational numbers. In this video, we will learn various types of numbers, then types of rational numbers, then properties of rational numbers, then rational numbers in standard form, and find equivalent rational numbers. This video is going to be very informative for you, so keep watching. Before we discuss about rational numbers, let's take a look at various types of numbers. First one is natural number. Natural numbers are also called counting numbers. As you know, whenever we have to count something, we start our counting from 1. So numbers which starts from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called natural numbers. So I can say 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. All these numbers are natural numbers. Second one is whole numbers. If I add 0 to this list, then all these numbers will become whole numbers. So I can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity. All these numbers are whole numbers. Third one is integers. Now if I add the numbers which are less than 0, or we can say negative numbers in this series, then all these numbers will become integers. So I can represent it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity, and now I am adding negative numbers also before 0. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and this series will also go up to infinity. So we can say integers are the numbers which extend at both the ends. And the next one is fraction numbers. Fraction numbers can be represented in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are whole numbers. But Q cannot be equal to 0. As you know that whole numbers include 0 also. But in case of fractions, P and Q are whole numbers, but Q is not equal to 0. For example, 3 upon 7, 4 upon 9, 12 upon 7. So all these numbers are fraction number. Next one is rational number. Rational numbers are also represented in the form P upon Q. And again the same condition that Q should not be equal to 0. But still there is a thin difference between fraction number and rational number. In case of fraction number, P and Q are whole numbers. But in case of rational numbers, P and Q are integers. And you know that integers are positive and negative both. So we can say rational numbers are of two types, positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers. Positive rational numbers. Positive rational numbers are those rational numbers in which numerator, for example, 3 upon 7, 6 upon 11, minus 2 upon minus 5, minus 3 upon minus 8. See, these are all positive rational numbers because two of them are positive and two of them are having numerator and denominator both negative. So still they are positive rational numbers. Second type of rational numbers are negative rational numbers. And in case of negative rational numbers, either numerator or denominator is negative. For example, minus 5 upon 11 or 2 upon minus 7. In first example, numerator is negative, and in second example, denominator is negative. Still both of them are negative rational numbers. So these are the various types of numbers. We can represent various types of numbers in a nest of boxes. The outermost box is rational number, because it includes fraction number, integer, whole numbers and natural numbers. In exam also you have to answer various objective questions in which you have to answer whether a natural number is a rational number or an integer is a rational number or a whole number is a rational number. And at that time I have seen that students get confused. So this nest of boxes will be very helpful for you. You can pause the video for some time and draw this nest of boxes. Let's move to our next segment, properties of rational number. Suppose I am having a rational number p upon q, and if I multiply this p upon q with a non-zero integer, say m. But remember that condition is that m should not be equal to 0. I will get an equivalent rational number. For example, if I am multiplying 4 upon 5 with 3, I will get 12 upon 15. This is the first property. Second property, suppose again I am having a rational number p upon q. But this time I am dividing this rational number with a non-zero integer. Say m. Again I will get an equivalent rational number. For example, if I divide 32 upon 36 with 4. You know that 4 is a common divisor which can divide 32 and 36 both. So I will get 8 upon 9. 8 upon 9 is an equivalent rational number of 32 upon 36. So we can say that if we multiply or divide a rational number with a non-zero integer, we will get equivalent rational numbers. Suppose I want to represent a rational number in standard form. There are two conditions. Suppose but there is a condition. Q should not be a negative integer. And the second condition is that there should not be any common divisor other than 1 for p and q both. For example, minus 3 upon 5. 5 is not a negative integer, so it is in standard form. And second condition is also fulfilled, that there is no common divisor which can divide 3 and 5 both. So minus 3 upon 5 is a rational number which is in standard form. We can get many more examples like 2 upon 7. There is no common divisor other than. So again 2 upon 7 is in standard form. Now we will learn how to change any rational number in standard form. For example, if I am having a rational number 3 upon minus 8. See, both numerator and denominator are not having any common divisor other than 1. So you cannot divide any one of them. But it is not in the standard form because denominator is having negative sign. So I have to change this negative sign. And whenever you have to change the negative sign of numerator or denominator, we have to multiply it with minus 1. So I will multiply 3 with minus 1 and minus 8 with minus 1. So 3 multiplied by minus 1 will be minus 3, and multiplication of two negative sign will be positive, so it will be positive. Now it can be said to be in standard form because there is no common divisor other than 1 and denominator is not negative. Let's start with our first exercise. Is there any rational number which is neither positive nor negative? You know that 0 is part of whole numbers and all the whole numbers are also rational numbers. So we can say yes, because 0 is neither positive nor negative. So answer is 0. And we can also represent 0 as a rational number by writing 0 divided by 1. And now it is in p upon q form. Next question, which of the following are rational numbers? See, these are few numbers and we have to find out which one is rational number. 5 upon minus 8. Yes, it's a rational number because it is a negative rational number. So it is correct. Minus 6 upon 11. Again, it is in P upon Q form and Q is not equal to 0. So it is a rational number. Minus 8 upon minus 12. Yes, it is a rational number because both numerator and denominator are negative. So we can say it is a positive rational number. Next, 6. Yes, it's a whole number and we can write 6 divided by 1 and we can represent it in the form P upon Q. So 6 is also a rational number. Next, minus 3. Minus 3 is also a rational number. We can write minus 3 upon 1. So it is also a rational number. Next, 0 is a whole number and we can write 0 upon 1. So it is also a rational number. Next, 0 upon 1. Yes, it is also a rational number. 1 upon 0. If you remember, rational numbers are represented in the form P upon Q. But Q should not be equal to 0. So this is not a rational number. Next, 0 divided by 0. Again, denominator cannot be 0. So again, this is not a rational number. So this is how we solve all the questions. Next, move to our next segment. Which of the following are positive and which are negative rational numbers? See, these are few rational numbers and we have to find out which one is positive and which one is negative. First one, in this rational number, numerator and denominator both are negative. So it is a positive rational number because both the negative sign will cancel each other and it becomes positive. Second example, minus 5 divided by 7. Numerator is negative and denominator is positive, but it is a negative rational number. Third one, both the numerator and denominator are positive, so again it's a positive rational number. 4 upon minus 9. Denominator is a negative integer, so it's a negative rational number. Now we have to find 4 rational numbers equivalent to each of them. First question is 8. You know that 8 is a whole number, but still I can write it 8 divided by 1. Now if I multiply 8 upon 1 with 2, 8 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 2. So I will get 16 upon 2. 16 upon 2 is an equivalent rational number of 8 upon 1. Next, I can multiply 8 upon 1 with 3. So I will get 24 upon 3. Again 24 upon 3 is an equivalent rational number of 8 upon 1. One more time, I can multiply 8 upon 1 with 4. 32 upon 4. How many of them? 1, 2 and 3. So I will multiply it for one more time. 8 upon 1. This time I will multiply it with 5. And it will become 40 upon 5. So in this way I get 4 rational numbers equivalent to 8 upon 1. First one is 16 upon 2. Then 24 upon 3, 32 upon 4. Next, I have to find the equivalent rational numbers of 7 upon minus 15. Again, I will multiply 7 upon minus 15 first with 2. So, I will get 14 upon minus 30. Next, again I will multiply 7 upon minus 15 with 3. So, I will get 21 upon 45 and the sign will be negative. Next, 7 upon minus 15 multiplied by 4. 28 upon 60 and sign will be negative. And the last one, 7 upon minus 15 multiplied by 5. And answer will be 35 upon 75. And it is negative. So in this way we can get rational numbers equivalent to these two numbers simply by multiplying both numerator and denominator with a same number. You can multiply with any other number also, still you will get equivalent fraction. Take one more example. Write each one as a rational number with positive denominator. In this question, 12 upon minus 17. 17 is a denominator but it has negative sign. Whenever you have to change the sign of any rational number, simply multiply it with minus 1. So first I will multiply it with minus 1. And always remember, you have to multiply numerator and denominator both. 12 multiplied by minus 1 is minus 12 and 17 ones are 17. But we are multiplying two negative signs, so our answer will be positive. So in this way, we have changed the denominator from negative to positive. If you have not seen my previous video about fraction, just go to my playlist and watch that video first. Then it is very easier for you to know how to multiply negative and positive numbers. Next, minus 8 upon minus 18. Again, I have to change the denominator from negative to positive. So again, I will multiply it with minus 1. Multiplication of two negative integer is always positive. 8 ones are 8. And again, both of them are negative. So our answer will be positive. 8 upon 19. And in this case also, our denominator becomes positive. Now we have to express 14 upon minus 5 as a rational number with numerator 56. So first I will write 14 upon minus 5. Numerator is 14 but I have to change it into 56. So 56 is bigger than 14. It shows that I have to multiply 14 with a number so that it will become 56. And I don't know by which number I will multiply 14. But 14 will become 56. You know 14 fours are 56. It shows that we are multiplying 14 with 4. Again I have to multiply minus 5 with 4. And 5 fours are 20. But this time it will be negative because we are multiplying a negative integer with a positive integer. Next, I have to express 13 upon minus 8 as a rational number with denominator minus 40. First, I will write 13 upon minus 8. Right now, denominator is minus 8, but I have to change it into minus 40. So, I will multiply it with a number so that 8 will become 40. And you know that 8 5s are 40. So, I will multiply 8 with 5. Again I have to multiply 13 with 5. 13 5s are 65. And what is the sign? I am multiplying a negative integer with a positive integer. So my answer will be negative. So in this way I have changed minus 8 into minus 40. So that's all for today's class. If you like my video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also press the bell icon for the notification. We will meet in my next video. Till then, goodbye. Keep learning, keep smiling.